Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mindful Classroom podcast. Today we are talking about a hot topic, AI in EFL classrooms. Can tools like ChatGPT actually help students think critically, or are they making us lazy thinkers? I am Nisan, and joining me today is my friend Ali. Ali, are you ready for a little academic duel?
Well, I'm here to discuss every part of AI in Nisan. AI can be seen as a trend, but I believe it's much more than that. You can even call it a revolution in education. I brought some studies with me today suggesting that actually AI can make English learning more interactive, personalized, and accessible. So, today my aim is to focus on the pro AI spectrum.
I don't agree with you, Ali, but for now, don't get me wrong. AI is cool, but it has some real risks, especially for critical thinking. Let's see if we can find a sweet spot by the end.
I would like to begin with a study. This study is titled Exploring the Potential of AI-based Chatbot in Enhancing English as a Foreign Language Teaching, Perceptions of EFL Faculty Members. The author is Amr Muhammad and it was published in 2023. The research investigates how EFL faculty members perceive ChatGPT in their teaching. The findings suggest that most teachers agreed it's a valuable complementary tool. They found that ChatGPT offers immediate feedback, personalized practice, and opportunities, and even caused increased motivation among students. So, what's the point of fighting over something that clearly enhances the learning experience?
True, Muhammad does show the benefits, but the same teachers are also worried about AI. They said it could hurt students' research skills, critical thinking, and even sometimes spread wrong information. So yes, it helps, but it could also turn students into passive learners instead of active thinkers.
Well, I should say that's where pedagogy comes in. I don't think anyone is suggesting that AI should replace teachers. It's meant to support them. If guided properly, it can create curiosity rather than disrupt it.
Yeah, if guided properly, and that is the key actually. Without guidance, it is a shortcut, not something that really builds up skills.
Well, let's bring in some more data. There is a systematic review which was published in 2025, which includes 15 studies from 2022 to 2025. The findings of those studies indicate that actually two-thirds of the research reported a positive relationship between AI and critical thinking development. Students can gain benefit from AI in terms of exploring various perspectives, structuring arguments, and analyzing text, especially in writing tasks. I believe this suggests that AI can actually foster critical thinking. Don't you think?
Yes, it can, but the same review also noted that double-edged nature of generative AI. Students got too dependent on AI. They stopped questioning, they stopped reflecting. AI might make them think faster, but not make them think deeper actually.
Well, it's all about the way we put AI in use. For instance, to foster metacognitive reflection, we can make students compare their own ideas with AI-generated responses. I'm saying AI is a great technological development, and instead of fearing it, maybe we can teach critical use of AI. This idea is actually called critical AI literacy.
Yes, actually, it's a good point. But are teachers and students really trained for that? You know, without training, AI can become a tool for copy and paste mechanism.
I want to focus on another article written by Liu and Wang in 2024. It's an intervention study and personally I found it interesting. In this study, they integrated AI tools including ChatGPT and other tools into English literature classes with Chinese EFL students. In terms of critical thinking skills, the experimental group showed statistically significant improvement compared to the control group in just 8 weeks. I believe that's a solid evidence showing that AI can foster higher order thinking if it's embedded properly.
Right, but we should also look at the context. This happened in a guided environment using Vygotsky's zone of proxial development. AI worked because there was a more knowledgeable other. Without guidance, students might lose themselves, actually.
Well, I can see that your concern is not actually AI itself, but the way it is used. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like giving a calculator to a kid before they actually understand using it. So, sure, they get answers faster, but they don't actually get the meaning. So, when ChatGPT writes an essay, whose brains are we reading?
I totally get that, but we cannot deny that there is a push towards the use of AI and AI integration. For example, China with their 2023 education reforms is actively promoting responsible AI use. In addition, we now have the European Union's AI Act, which contributes to the same goal. Efficiency is not the main focus here. The main focus is in developing ethical frameworks to balance machine and human collaboration.
Yeah, you are right, but ethics isn't just about the rules, it's about thinking for yourself too, I think. If students let AI do all the thinking, like summarizing, rephrasing, or generating ideas, they will stop their own learning. Critical thinking grows from struggles and problems and trying to find solutions to them, and AI often skips these steps.
That's where the teachers play an important role. They keep the struggle productive. I understand the concerns that AI is killing critical thinking. I don't agree with this perspective. I believe it simply changes the form of critical thinking. Instead of memorizing rules, students now need to learn to question algorithms, analyze AI bias, and consider digital credibility. These are the new forms of criticality.
Actually, it's an interesting way of thinking. Maybe we are moving from critical reading to critical prompting. It is like from analyzing text to analyzing AI, but still we have to make sure independent thought doesn't disappear. So, after all this debate, is AI a threat or a tool for critical thinking? Maybe both. Mohammed says ChatGPT should complement, not replace our thoughts. Louis and his team says it reminds us that success depends on pedagogy, ethics, and human oversight.
Definitely, I don't think the key is to stop using AI altogether. We need to work on how to use it wisely. AI can foster learning when teachers implement tasks that require students to do analysis, comparison, and reflection. And when students learn to challenge AI instead of just trusting it, that's when the real critical thinking happens.
So, what should we call the end of this debate?
Well, let's call it critical coexistence.
Thanks for tuning in to the Mindful Classroom podcast. Remember, technology doesn't think for us, but it can help us think better if we use it wisely. See you next time.